there, Church on Main. This is Steve Johnstone. Have you ever wondered what the Old Testament has to do with you? And how does the Old Testament help us to understand the goodness of the good news or the gospel? Well, this next Bible College class is going to address that very topic. We're going to be looking at how the grand plan of God has unfolded through space and time, and how, by looking at the covenants of the Old Testament, we can understand the mind of God and the unfolding plan as God has recorded it in Scripture. Many of you know that I've just completed my master's degree, and I did my thesis on this topic. It's an area of theology called redemptive history, or biblical theology, it's sometimes called. And what I did was I looked at the major covenants of the Old Testament and then leading into the New Covenant in the New Testament, and how those covenants all built upon one another as God was slowly working his way through space and time towards his end goal, which is to present his Son a bride, the church. My thesis is called Preaching the Gospel in the Light of the Covenants, because I don't believe it's possible to express the full breadth of the goodness of the good news, and I don't believe it's possible as a Christian to understand your inheritance in terms of the gospel unless you understand the story of God as it unfolds along the line of the covenants of Scripture. So that's what I do in the thesis. Now, what we're going to do in the next Bible College class is very different to what we've done in previous classes. It's going to be 90% interactive, small group discussions, whereas previous classes have been 99% my lecturing the students. The way we're going to work it is every member of the class is going to get a copy of my dissertation, and every week you're going to have a couple of chapters that you must have read before that evening's class. At the end of each chapter, there are some discussion questions which I'm going to ask you to put significant thought into and written your answers down so that when you come to that evening's class, you are ready to have the small group discussions with your group members that night. I'm going to keep my involvement to a minimum, perhaps just answering some clarifying questions at the beginning of the class where you can ask, what did you mean by this? I didn't really understand that. And then at the end of the evening, just to facilitate some of the small group presentations, which we'll do at the end of each evening. I think it's going to be an amazing 6 weeks. I really want to encourage you to come with me. That leads me to my last thought, is if you do have a couple of friends that you'd like to take this journey with, maybe 2 or 3 friends, so that you come with your own pre-prepared group, you're welcome to do that. Speak to some people and come on this little theological journey together. If you don't have a group, you just come along and we'll put some groups together on the first evening. So it's going to be a great 6 weeks. It's running from the 17th of October, 6 weeks straight on Monday evenings through till the 21st of November. And it'll be probably 7 till 9 o'clock depending on how the discussions go. So if you'd like to register, you can register on the Church on Main website or give Jess an email or a phone call. And I look forward to seeing you there. God bless you.